And since I'm on aging and body changes and vitamins and minerals and health and stuff like that, let me just mention this thing that I experienced a couple of weeks ago. Well, it started out like the first days of the experience. It felt like, I'm trying to remember if I used any new lipstick or whatever, but it felt like my lips were getting dry around the edge, just the outer edge where your liner goes. And I was like, did I put some cheap liner on or some lipstick or something? Why am I feeling, and it felt like a film. So I was like, is it the egg whites I've been shooting? And I was like, it felt like a film that dried up into like when you were a little kid and your Elmer's glue dried on your fingers and it looked like you could just peel it right off. That's what was happening around the outer edge of my lips. And it would get dark and there would just be a flake of skin that would eventually, it would eventually peel off, but it was so annoying that you would want to peel it out because you don't want it there. But then it would happen the next day, every day. I actually looked it up, and there's a name for it, and some people have it bad. Oh, my heart goes out to y'all. So, but anyway, I wrote it off as me getting older and, body changes, because I hear older women talking about exfoliating your lips. I hear younger women talking about it too, but not as much as older women, and exfoliating your lips. And I was like, who does that? Where they do that at? But the reality is that some women do that for, maybe they have this condition. But anyway, it was happening to me, and it was not cool, and it happened overnight. I was like, what the hell is this? And so I was telling Creaky about it, and Creaky, he is a scientist and as well as an IT genius. So I tell him about it, and what I like about him with stuff like that, he doesn't always think I'm being dramatic. So he was listening and looking, and he looks at it and he goes straight to the internet and finds some stuff. So I look at the stuff, and really he mentioned stuff to me for me to do my own research, and I get real lazy with it. But anyway, he did it, and he showed me. But all he needs to do, and he does that, is find something, and he shows me one thread and I read a few of the people's experiences, and I'm like, oh my, that's it. Except extremely, like they have it bad. If you ever have a situation or a medical concern or a biological concern, beware of going to support threads, because you will either find comfort in them, or they will drive you nuts and think you about to die. So I was listening to all these other people's experiences, and it seemed like they could not find anything wrong. They went to doctors, and doctors couldn't find anything wrong. And some people, it was really severe. It's like flaky shit. They looked like they had wounds on their lips. Some of them, not all of them. Some of them, it just really was just like almost like after sunburn peeling kind of thing, except not the stinging. So anywho, yeah, I was having all this trouble. I tried a bunch of stuff. I tried of course Vaseline, I tried lotions, I tried chapsticks, different brands. Certain brands seemed like they made it worse than others. Like people were saying Blistex and things like that. And so I used a bunch of different stuff, and it wasn't really working. And like from day to day I would have this tough peeling, and I was like, I'm not gonna get no more sugar from my boo-boo. My boo-boo not gonna wanna kiss me, but he doesn't care. Let me tell you about love. Never mind, you wouldn't understand. So he would reassure me by kissing the shit out of me when my lips were at their worst. But the reality of the matter is, I could look in the mirror and see what it really looks like. Okay, I already know you love me, boo-boo, but I look like a leper or some shit. So I went and got the cheapest lipstick ever known to mankind. And I am telling you that Wet n Wild lipstick, and if you are a man, and of course you don't have to like men are more susceptible to skin cancer of the lips than we are, because we have things like lipstick. And obviously, from my experience, chapstick is not the solution. But if you are a man with the situation and it's with this condition, and I'll put it in the tags, and it's difficult for you, and you don't wear lipstick, then I would suggest finding a neutral shade of Wet n Wild lipstick. All women know it's the cheapest brand, but just so you know, from me to my brothers, it is a brothers of all hues, mind you. I have white brothers as well as black brothers. But let me tell you, get you some Wet n Wild, and get you a color in nude, and see if that doesn't help. It might not, but go and see if that doesn't help, because I never had an affinity for cheap lipsticks, but randomly I tried everything. I was like, let me just try this. Man, I might just use that for my lipstick from now on. Okay, no, I won't. But I'm telling you, I have not had the problem since. I'd have to say, after the second day of using that cheap ass lipstick on my lips and applying it regularly throughout the day, I haven't had the problem. I thought it was onset of menopause. I thought it was a part of the onset of menopause. But I'm a hypochondriac about the potential of being premenopausal, because I think I am. It starts early for some women. But is this really early for me? I'm an old woman. I'm an old woman, and I'm dealing with it. And I don't see a bunch. I don't see a bunch of videos of older women talking to younger women. Maybe that's what their problem is. You know, you're not talking, and talk to them for real, for real. Don't just tell them what they expect you to say, and don't coddle them and enable them. Don't say, you know, I know we all make bad decisions in men, and you know, but you have to really value yourself. Say some shit like, you fucked up and chose that dude. Like, you chose that dude just like you chose the other 7 that fucked you over. And you need to end that shit. Really? You celibate to make a better decision in men? But your primary bonus of the whole celibacy is getting guys to do what you want them to do for you, materialistically, physically, materialistically, whatever. Just as long as you hold out. You got it twisted, boo-boo. You're going to mess around and give it up to the... You need to just... There needs to be some mature women. Like, and the movies don't help. The movies do not help. Why are there 12,000 movies about a handful of weak bitches that are always stay in fucked up relationships, and when they do find Jesus and find their way out of that messed up relationship, and they think they done found the man of their dreams, and they haven't, that's the same dude you've been messing with in a different outfit. The same dude in a different shirt. That's the same dude in a medium shirt this time. Medium. Fellas and sisters and brothers, get you some cheap ass Wet n Wild lipstick. Brothers, make it neutral. Shout out Wet n Wild. Y'all know I don't like to do brands, because everybody can't afford that thing. Like, I don't understand why people be like, oh yeah, this is Chanel, this is MAC Ruby Woo, and I wear that stuff, you know, but everybody can't afford that. And if somebody else is talking about something that I can't afford, I can go find that shade. I don't understand the shade. This is such and such in this shade. This is some $38 nail polish in silver. Go get you some. This is, oh yeah. Go get you some Sally Hansen. Do that. You know, you don't want to go too cheap, because you're going to mess around and get you some staining ass nail polish. But you don't need to pay $8 million to beat your face. You don't need to get my Nicole Miller dress. because Willie Smith makes one very extremely similar to it, is all I'm saying. So yeah, that.
If you wanna know